Hi everyone. I might just wait a few more seconds and just see if we get anybody else on, and then we'll start this evening. Okay, we might just start. I'm sure people can keep coming on. So good evening everybody and welcome to tonight's webinar. Our webinar tonight is Secure Messaging, Healthlink Smartform and Specialist Referrals in Best Practice. Last night we did Medical Director and tonight we're doing Best Practice. My name is Sally and I'm from Eastern Melbourne Primary Health Network. MFIN is primarily funded by the Australian Government to improve the care and support people receive from health services. We aim to improve the health of our community, which includes using technology to make the broader health system work more efficiently. So in our webinar tonight, we will be looking at the 3 learning outcomes, which is understand how secure messaging works, learn how to send specialist referrals using SR specialists and referrals, and learn how to send, receive, and check the delivery status of your referral. So before we begin tonight, just to let you know that you are all on mute, and please put questions in the bottom. You can put them either in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen or the chat, and they will be answered at the end of Nicole's presentation tonight. So before we begin, I'm just going to read the Welcome to Country. So Eastern Melbourne PHN acknowledges the Wurundjeri people and other people of the Kulin Nation on whose unceded lands our work in the community takes place. MFIN respectfully acknowledges their ancestors and elders, past, present and emerging. So before we begin tonight, I would like to introduce you all to Nicole Matthews. Nicole is a specialist liaison from Servan Media. Nicole is part of the team that checks that we have the correct information on record for the specialists, working with Healthlink to ensure the referrals are delivered into the correct software. Nicole's focus is on supporting the specialist practices with electronic referrals, including proactively calling to check referrals are being seen and managed by the admin teams. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Nicole.
Hi, and thank you. It's good to be here tonight. So the reason I'm here today is to show you how to use specialists and referrals in best practice software. Now, best practice is mostly used by GPs, but there are some specialists that do use it. And to find specialists and referrals, you need to be in a patient record. So I've got my test patient open here, that's Donald Duck. And I then need to go to View. I click on View and I go to Healthlink Forms. Then I go to New. So this just shows me Healthlink Forms that I've used. And I click on the blank page for a new form. And I get the Healthlink landing page. On this landing page, there are other Healthlink Smartforms, ones for both public and private services in Australia. But our one is over here and we're just private specialists and referrals. So if I click on that over there, we get the medical specialist directory, the search function of the SI specialists and referrals. So I'm just going to give you a bit of history. Specialists and referrals is the medical specialist directory, the book that goes out to GPs and specialists and has been for the past 20 years. We have teamed up with Healthlink to deliver specialists and referrals. So what this means is the referrals or the GPs now are going to search for specialists using our search, our functionality that we've got there, and then the referral gets delivered by Healthlink. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the search. You can either search by a name. If you know somebody's name, you can start typing in. Usually the surname is a bit better. Let's see, oh, that's ADI. Let's do that. And so if you start typing in, you can see surname and first name. You generally only need 3 letters to type in, and the specialist's speciality. What most GPs will be doing is searching by category. So if you go and you just go cardiology, that's a big one. So I'll show you, and this will bring up all specialists in your area, or actually, in this case, the whole of Victoria and probably Tasmania as well. So as you can see, there are a lot of groups and single specialists, some with photos, some without photos. I'll just walk you through these. So the ones with photos and pictures are advertisers in the medical specialist directory. And so they come through onto specialists and referrals as well. There is no charge for GPs to use specialists and referrals, and no charge for specialists to receive electronic referrals through SR. So the only charge as such is the advertising from specialists who are in the medical specialist directory, sorry. So if you look here at Melbourne Heart Care, you can see there's a whole lot of locations. And what you could do is you could choose your location that you want and click on that. And then the referral form will come up. And that referral form will be sent to their software, and the patient referral will have that address on it. Oh, use my fingers. So you can see we chose the Brighton address, and the Brighton address came up here. Now, this is live, so I'm not going to do anything, but I will go back and show you a bit more about the search function. So there we go. So here again, we're back at the landing page. If we choose another category, we can just choose general surgery related. And I'm going to choose a suburb. I'm going to type in Clayton. And there we go. And this will search all specialists in Clayton. So it's got 9 results for people who have told us that they're based in Clayton. Some of them are e-refer, and some of them are manual refer. Now, the difference between manual refer and e-refer is e-refer, you send the referral at the end, and it gets sent from your software straight to the specialist software. With manual refer, they are not receiving electronic referrals through Healthlink. So what happens there is you don't get the option of sending it at the end. You get asked to print it out and either give it to the patient or to fax it through to the specialist. And the specialist fax number will be there listed as well. So if I actually, I'm going to just do a manual referral first, just to show you a few more things on the referral form. Now, because this manual referral or the isn't going to be sent, it doesn't matter if I don't actually print it and give it to the patient, the specialist won't receive this. So if you look at the top here, there's a bit of a warning that you cannot attach any attachments to your electronic referral. So it does have the fax and the phone number. So if you do print this out, you've got the fax number there that is attached to this address, and a phone number in case you want to phone through, see if they've got any urgent appointments, or give it to the patient so that they can phone. So what you do, so that's pulled in through specialists and referrals. And this is a few things that you need to tick. And then your reason for the patient referral has got to be filled in. If you don't have anything filled in there, the referral won't send. Now, this is a generic form. And because it's a generic form, the more information you fill in here, the easier it is for the specialist to triage the referral and get back to the patient as quickly as possible. So because this is not a sleep referral or orthopedic, you know, they could be very, well, they are very different specialities. Having some information there is really, really useful for the specialist. So if you look here, these are pulled through from my patient record. I cannot attach attachments or reports, and it gives me the warning still there. If I go to my medications or allergies, I have got no current medications in my patient record. I do have allergies and alerts, and these are automatically ticked. If I did have any medications, they would automatically be ticked as well. And if I want to remove them from the referral because I don't think they're relevant, I will remove them and then they won't pull through onto the patient referral. Medical, social, and family history. Again, this is all in my patient record. My test patient's a little light, but I'm sure you'll have a lot more in your patient records. Then what we have here is all the patient information, again, from the record. The address all pulls through. I don't have a state on my test patients because I had to do referrals all over Australia, and it's easier to send referrals to the same place. And then my referral information, or my information, comes through at the back here. So my practice name I have set as test referral. I see a lot of referrals I see not the actual referrals, but I see the referral information that is sent, not the patient details, from GPs to specialists every day. And we check on that to make sure that there are no rejected referrals or any problems. But what I do see, I see a lot of main practices. So if you do a reform and you see that your practice name is set as main practice or main surgery, just go into your software, and right in the beginning, you should be able to amend that all and make sure you've got the correct phone number, the correct fax, the correct email address so that you don't have to type this in all the time. So that's one thing that's quite good. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to preview it. And this referral is sent as a PDF to the specialist. And this is what the PDF looks like. It's quite clear. It was designed by Healthlink to make sure that everything is as legible as possible, with little paragraphs and anything that you fill in there. It's a neat and tidy, but it cannot be changed once it's been sent. So I have previewed it, and I could go back. I'm just going to close out of that. Not now. Sorry. Oh, that's difficult. And I'm back in this referral now, so I haven't finished doing it. So when I previewed it, and if I had sent it there, I wouldn't be able to do anything after that. But what I am going to do now is I'm going to go back to preview, and I'm going to show you what would happen if I send it, if I hit send. So I hit submit normally to submit an electronic referral. And if I hit submit there, I am going to get a message that the referral hasn't been sent electronically. So what it's done, it is converted the referral into a PDF, which I can then print out. So I'm going to open that referral. And then exactly the same PDF with a little bit of a warning at the top there, and that I'll print out and give to the patients. So that's that. And I know we're doing electronic referrals, but I wanted to show you the manual referral first, just because you've got a few more things that you can do on an electronic referral. So I'm going to go find my Healthlink landing page by going to View, Healthlink Forms, and the blank form over there. And that's going to take me back to the Smartforms landing page. I'm going to maximize that. And this time I'm going to send a referral to my test specialist. And my test specialist is Mickey Mouse. So we'll find him in a sec. So because I know his name, I'm just going to type it in. Oops. So Mickey Mouse comes up there. And I need to hit search specialists afterwards, just so that it knows, because I could be filling in more than one category. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose this address here. Actually, I won't. I'll show you this. So if you go to my Mickey Mouse and you weren't sure, maybe he's working at 3 different places, and they're not all his locations, they're more specialist centers. You could see the addresses here and you could go, oh, Castlereagh Street is there, and actually I want this one. So in this case, I want the portal. So I'm going to go up here, and I just know that that one is my portal. So then I can show you what this looks like afterwards. So we're opening the form now, and I'm going to fill in a little bit more information this time, just to show you how the form is received at the other end. So again, the information, that's my specialist information, pulls through. Information that I maybe need to check here and change. Let's do that. I'm going to mark this one as urgent. I do have to fill in my reason for my referral, and I'm going to put any more additional information in. For my attachments and reports, I am going to find a blood test, also 2 blood tests, and I am going to, oops. Sorry about that. Could I, okay, oh, I've just ticked them there, sorry. And then I'm going to browse the local file, and I'm going to browse my actual computer. And I'm going to check my desktop because I know I have got an X-ray that I want to add to this referral. So now I've got 2 things ticked over there, and I've got an X-ray attached. So I've got 3 things that are showing as attachments on this referral. In this time, I am going to leave my medications and my social history. There's not much there. I'm going to type in my estate again. And then my referral information is all here. I'm going to submit it and show you what this looks like. Oh, urgent description. So I need to fill in a description for why this referral is urgent. Again, the more information we give the specialists, the better. So that's showing over there. And no, I'm going to try submit that now. And that should all be good. So I do, that X-ray is quite a large file, so it does take a little bit longer. If your file size is bigger than 4 megs, you might have some problems, and it would be better to maybe shrink the pictures down a little bit. But if there's text, then they're not going to be big at all. So this will take another few seconds, and then I can show you what it looks like and where it gets loaded into the patient record. Now, I did a test on this earlier, and it took about 15 seconds. So I thought that was okay. I was like, oh, I can talk over 15 seconds, just because my X-ray is really, really large. So, but I really wanted to show you the X-ray.
No, when you showed it last night, it was really, really good to see. So, no, it was. It was really good to see.
Okay, so this is my referral that I've sent. And you can see what it looks like as a document. I could then print it out if I want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of that. And today's date, you can just see I've got a Healthlink form over here. But if I want to see in my patient record, Donald Duck, I go to correspondence out. Okay, that looks like it's going to take a little bit of time. So what I am going to show you now is that was sent to my portal account, which often is very, very quick. It hasn't come through yet. Okay, so we'll just carry on with the Donald Duck. Okay, so what I was hoping to do is if I close out of Donald Duck, I'm going to skip my reason for visit. Electrical, nope. So where I would look for my referrals, all referrals, not just referrals to that patient, I would go up to view, and instead of the Healthlink forms, I go to e-referrals, and that will show me all e-referrals in a certain time frame. So if I go over here and I show all from the 5th, and I can show all the statuses, acknowledged, so that shows all the positive ones have been hidden, so I need to untick that. So these are the referrals I have sent from all patients within this best practice software. But I can just look for ones that haven't been acknowledged. And I will come back to that. I do apologize, this one's taking a little bit longer than usual. So I'll open the patient record again. And we can do a little bit more searching. I think maybe that file was just too big. It is going to take a little bit of time to show through. So it is showing now that I have sent it, but we will just make another referral quickly. So view, I'm going to go back to Healthlink Forms, blank one for new. Back to specialists and referrals. And here we can choose another category. So I thought we could do, let's go Obs-Gyn and one Turner. There we go. And we can search specialists. And here we don't have any groups. We've just got specialists. So if you want to make a referral to her, you can either click on her and read a little bit more information about what she does, or going back to the main page, you could literally just do it from here if you knew all about her and you don't want to go through that step. So we can see we've got a few different addresses there, some manual, some electronic. And then if we go back to cardiology, sorry, I'm going back to cardiology a lot just because there are those groups, and I just wanted to show you this. So for Melbourne Heart Care, or for Melbourne Heart Clinic for Kids, if I want to send a referral and I don't know what specialist to send it to, I can actually just do a referral here, and there won't be a specialist name on the referral letter. It will go through to the group and they can sort it out there as to who's going to get that referral. But what I might want to do is, maybe I know somebody works there, I can't remember their name, I click on the page and then I can see all the different people here. And I can go to Dr. Chung and I can look, oh, he's only got one address, and I can send a referral to him there. I just want to show you that the difference between some groups do accept group referrals and some groups don't accept group referrals. And the ones that don't are generally often not groups, but they are people who advertise together or work together in the same place. And one of the big groups that is like that is Melbourne Orthopedic Group. If I search, I get the group comes up here and there's no refer button. So I have to click on the group and then I get the lists of specialists. Now, I might not know what specialist does what. Orthopedic surgeons can do very different things. So I could click on that specialist and there's not too much information about him. But if I go back, I can get Shane Barwood, and he's got a bit of a blurb as to what he does, what services he offers, and then different locations over there. And for this one, you can see he is all managed at the same place. So all his referrals are going to go to the same software. Sorry, that's something that I know. Let's go back and see if there's somebody who might have. I don't remember these people. So again, this one is manual refer. So within this group, even though these people are all working together, or these specialists are all working together, that is very different. Some of them are electronic refer, some of them are manual refer, and some of them have got adverts or some blurbs, and some don't. So if you need to have a search, and things are changing all the time. We spend a lot of time phoning people and confirming all their details, and also convincing them to get on Healthlink if they're not using Healthlink, just so that they can receive their referrals, and hopefully send replies back via Healthlink as well. So I'm hoping that our letter will have gone through. 26. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just wanting to show you where that was saved in the patient record, and that you can see that in correspondences out. Any replies back that you get from the specialist will be in correspondences in. But if you wanted to see the referral if you want to see all the referrals that have been done by all from all patient records, you would need to close out this patient and then go back to view, e-referrals, hide positive acknowledgements, okay, and then maybe change the date as well. So you can see that all of these have been acknowledged. So it only shows you the ones that you need to action, to tell the truth, unless you tick that, and then it shows the positive acknowledgements. And then you can go back to different dates. Okay, so I'm just going to close out of that and open a patient again. Healthlink forms. Okay, would you like to see more searching or anything?
Thinking, can you show Nicole what park means?
Okay, yes. So when a referral, let's open one. So when you're halfway through a referral and you get interrupted, or you need to find some more information out, maybe you know that you've got a test report somewhere and you need to actually stop what you're doing and go find it in your software and then come back. What you can do is you park that referral, and that referral will be incomplete. So I'm just going to show you. So if I do, I start filling in my referral when the form comes, and then I have to stop. I can park that referral, and that's basically saved it. And what that means is I can close out of specialists and referrals, and I can come back and find that referral again. So it is taking a little bit longer. So I'm going to close Donald Duck and then open him again and see what's, see if it's showing there. So file, open. Okay, view, Healthlink forms. So if you see, this referral is the one I've just done, and it has been parked. So what I can do here is I can click on that. Instead of going back to specialists and referrals, it will take me back to this referral that I've already started. I can open it and I can finish filling in all the information that I need. And that, oops, sorry, got used to just typing in. And then I can now submit this referral. And so I can leave it and come back to it. When I go to that patient record, I will see that that referral hasn't been completed, but that will be visible in the patient record. In Medical Director, that will be visible in other places as well, but in best practice, as far as I know, it's only visible in the patient record. And then I can submit that referral. So I can park it, or I can preview it, or submit. Yeah, I'll submit that one again then.
Excellent.
Now, I'm happy to answer any questions if there are any.
Sure. I will read them out to you. First one is, can you show us again, where does the electronic referral get saved after it has been submitted?
Okay. So if I'm in the patient record and I just open the patient record, it will be in correspondences out, and it's at the bottom over here. Okay. If I want to see all referrals that have been sent through all patients, I need to close that patient record. I need to go to view again. I need to go to e-referrals. I need to, that one was positively acknowledged, so I'll do that. And you can see the one right there at the bottom. Sorry, yeah, you can see it now. So that's the referral, and you can see it has been acknowledged. So that's the status there. If I send one, and I might just send one to another, to the same specialist, but from another patient to a different account, I can show you what it looks like when it's still waiting, and we can see if it maybe does go through. How does that sound?
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay, so, well. So I've got my patient, David Anderson. I have used him as a test patient as well. So I do have old referrals sitting in here. I'm going to go to a new. And I'm going to send one to Mickey Mouse again, just because this is live. When we first started testing it, do you know what I'm going to do? I can search psychiatry, because Mickey Mouse is a psychiatrist. There we go. And I don't know where he's based, but let's go mouse and see if we get anything that comes up when we do that. Oh, no, we didn't.
No.
No. Oh, because there's no. So I'll just type in his name. Probably should have trialed that at home, eh? So here we go. So here's Mickey Mouse again, and I'm going to send it to another different software. So then this time we'll be able to see what it looks like when it's waiting. And I won't attach an X-ray, so it should be a little bit quicker there. So again, all the information of my specialist, what I need to tag about the referral. I'll leave this one as not urgent. My reason for referral, which has to be filled in. My additional information over there. I'm not going to do an attachment because I do actually have some other things I can put in here. So if I don't want the specialist to see that he's on Bentlin for some reason, I can untick it. There we go. So that would untick it over here. But I'm going to keep those on. And the patient information, I think he's got all his addresses perfect. And my referral information is over there. What have I missed over here? Okay. So that has been sent and acknowledged. Oh, so when it's been acknowledged by Healthlink. So Healthlink has got that referral, and Healthlink now has it, and they're happy with it, and they think there's nothing wrong with it. And what they are going to do is they are going to deliver it to the specialist. Now, so acknowledgement doesn't mean that the specialist has seen it. So what happens is once Healthlink has it, Healthlink then delivers it to the software. But there are a few things that do affect that. If the specialist software is not on and not receiving anything from Healthlink, your referral is going to sit there and wait until somebody turns the software on, and then it can be acknowledged. Sometimes the specialist software, there's a problem with it. And when we see a whole bunch of referrals sitting there that aren't being acknowledged, we ask Healthlink to have a look, and sometimes they're just not working properly. You know, the software's not working properly, and Healthlink goes and, you know, amends a few settings, and then suddenly we see a whole lot of traffic go through to that specialist. So we do get a spreadsheet every day of all referrals that are sent. And I can see ones that are acknowledged, ones that are waiting, ones that have been rejected. And we look at those and make sure that the specialists who are getting their referrals as acknowledged, we call them and make sure that they know about them. Referrals that are being rejected, we look into that and find out why. Sometimes it's the software, the specialist software. Sometimes there is a corrupt attachment to the form. But Healthlink does look into that and find out for us. And then some referrals do sit around us waiting for a little bit, and that can be because some specialist software doesn't acknowledge, but that is quite rare. And Healthlink is slowly working through all the specialists with software that's not acknowledging, just to change the settings to make sure that the acknowledged referrals are showing as acknowledged. So that is something I forgot to tell you earlier. So you can see that was acknowledged, so Healthlink's got that. And now if it's showing here as a form because I've just done it. And if I open that a little bit further, the status is waiting for acknowledgement. So that will take a little bit of time to come through. Now that's being sent to software at the office, which isn't up and running at the moment, but I did want to show you what it says there. So I'm still in David Anderson. I want to close out of him, and I want to go back to all referrals that have been sent. I'll go to my e-referrals there. So can you see, because I'm not in a patient, the only one is showing is the waiting for acknowledgement. So if I was a GP, I would look at that every day and see what was outstanding. Ones that are also rejected will show up here. And if I unhide the positive acknowledgements, you can see all my other referrals have been received very well. So that is a great way of seeing what needs to be done. You know, if the referral hasn't gone through and it's been a day, maybe, you know, find out if the specialist is, you know, maybe software is turned off, or yeah, maybe there's a reason it maybe needs to be resent, something like that. So if you look here, you can see all the referrals that have been sent. And you can see here my test patients that I've used at different times when I'm doing different things. Okay.
Going on to what you were saying there, Nicole.
Yes.
Question, could you explain how the referral receipt is confirmed after acknowledgement?
Okay. So when it gets acknowledged, when we first send the referral, it says acknowledged on the PDF. Do you remember that? I can quickly show you again.
The audience, the attendees cannot answer.
Okay, no, so I'll just do it again. So as the referral is sent on that original PDF, it said acknowledged at the top. Now that acknowledgement over there is for Healthlink. But in my patient record, if I go for correspondence out, you can see here that that's all that I sent. Sorry, I'm going to go back out of that. Okay, I'm just going to focus now. So on the form, when you first send that PDF and it says acknowledged, that means that Healthlink has that referral and Healthlink is going to deliver it for you. Once your status in this area here, when you check your e-referrals, once that says acknowledged, that means that the specialist software has acknowledged it. So the referral's been delivered to the specialist software, and the specialist software pings back to your software saying that it has been acknowledged. So you know that that's in the specialist software. The difficulty is not all specialists know about their electronic referrals, and that's where I come in. So every time we see a new specialist get a referral, we call them and ask them if they get electronic referrals. Sometimes they get them through Argus, that they don't know they get them through Healthlink, but they come into the same place. So we have a huge spreadsheet of every specialist that has received a referral through our service and a confirmation that they are checking them. And what we have set up with quite a few specialists is they get an email notification from us, automated, to remind them, especially in the beginning when they're not used to getting referrals. So you as a GP cannot be 100% guaranteed that referral has been seen by a person, but we are doing everything outside to ensure that it has been seen by a person. Does that answer the question?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
I will ask another one. Can you edit a copy of a submitted e-referral when saved and resend it?
No, unfortunately not. So every referral has got a unique ID with our service, and once it becomes a PDF, it is unalterable, and the only person that can then do anything with it after it has been sent is the specialist who receives it. So you would have to do the referral again. I'm sorry, but it is actually better in the long run that nothing can be amended after being sent and having two discrepancies, documents with discrepancies on them.
Another question, when a referral comes in from a GP, does the referral go automatically into the correspondence in or a holding bay for assignment?
Yes, so all referrals will go into the specialist's inbox or holding bay, depending what software they're on. If that patient already exists in the GP, in the specialist software, they will get, the specialist will get a little notification. Often they have to still link that referral to the patient record. Even though that patient is there, it will still come into the inbox and they would just link it. So there is still that process that somebody has to see and touch that referral to remove it from the inbox.
Thank you, Nicole. Does the specialist have to pay for the Healthlink service? I know it's free to GPs.
Okay, so there are two different, or actually there's a few different services for the specialists. Specialists can just receive through Healthlink for free. So if a specialist doesn't want to pay, they can get a receiving EDI, which is the identifier, and they can receive referrals and they can receive other information from GPs and from labs, but they cannot reply. And so what we found is a lot of specialists who started off just receiving referrals have actually now got a paid for Healthlink account where they can reply back to the GPs instead of having to do a letter writer and then send it in another format, just because it's easier for them. So they don't have to pay to receive referrals, but they have to pay to send acknowledgements via Healthlink.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Can you attach pathology or radiology results to a manual referral to print out for the patient?
No, you can't attach them, unfortunately. So when you do your manual referral, it won't let you attach anything. You then print that out, and then you would have to print out your pathology reports or your other lab tests. And then you have your big pile that you then fax all together at the same time.
Okay, lovely. Are many specialists using Healthlink to reply to GPs?
I can't see that, unfortunately.
Okay.
I only get the traffic that comes through SR. And if a specialist replies through SR, well, they can't reply through SR. So I don't see the replies, but I have been told by Healthlink that due to our partnership with them, that they are getting a lot more specialists signing up for the paid for accounts so that they can reply to GPs. But I can't guarantee that yet.
Oh, that's okay, thank you. Next question. What does a clinic need to do to accept electronic referrals via Healthlink?
So as a specialist?
I would presume so, yeah, as a specialist, sorry.
So, no, that's fine. So the specialist needs to have software that's compatible. And there is a lot of compatible software, and they need to be on Healthlink. So those are the things that so once they have got their software and they sign up to Healthlink, they get their little delivery address, and we have that information from Healthlink, and we sort everything else out in the background. They don't need to do anything else. Some specialist software is not compatible with SR because it needs to be able to import a PDF. And there is, some of the older softwares don't work with PDF. And if the specialist does have an EDI, unfortunately, they will still be showing as manual refer on our on specialists and referrals. Just because without being able to import a PDF into the software, there's nothing we can do. But there is a portal account that Healthlink has set up, and this was the one that I showed you over here. So specialists who sign up for a portal account, which is also free, can receive referrals, but they cannot import them into their software. So when I open the referral, it is the referral which I would then have to print out and scan back into my software that I have, if I have software. And I forgot to show you this earlier. So remember, we had a little bit of time. It took a little bit long to come through. So the referral that I sent, I do actually have it in my software now. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. Oops, you know what? I'm just going to close out of that and come back into my inbox and see what happens. So this is the referral that we sent a while ago. Nope, I lie. I'm so sorry about that. So earlier, earlier we sent the referral and we had 2 attachments. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So what I want to show you is as when the referral gets delivered to the specialist, because this is for specialists, this portal account, it comes with the pages of the PDF, and then it comes through with the attachments in the body of the referral document. So these do not come as separate attachments that could potentially get lost or damaged or corrupted. It is one parcel of information. And here are the tests that I attached as well. So instead of it being one referral document with an X-ray attachments and some blood test attachments, it is one document, again, that cannot be altered. So if this was my, not my portal account, if I was a specialist and I was using Genie and I got this referral, I could make the patient record from this referral, and these documents, these attachments would show up as attachments in the patient record. So once I've got it, they can be split up in the patient record, but to receive it, it comes as one package, one little bit of information, so nothing can get lost or dropped off, and it's pretty safe. And the only person who can open it after the GP has sent it is the software that it was sent to. So that's either the specialist or the practice manager or the admin team, depending on their permissions, their side. Okay.
Excellent. So that might lead on to the next question, which is, does only the practice manager see all the electronic referrals that the GPs in the practice sends?
So I'm assuming that's a specialist practice manager or a GP practice. Okay. So it depends on the permissions, actually. So on some software like specialists who are using Clinic to Cloud or Audit 4, I find that they are generally specialists who manage everything themselves. So they've got their laptop, they take from place to place because those are both cloud-based, and they go somewhere, you know, they go to a consulting room and they open everything up and they find their referrals and they manage everything themselves. And when I have phoned to check that the referrals are being found, I often get told by the receptionist, I can't tell you, I don't have access to the software. And then we'll email the specialist and send a test referral, which makes it quite easy to find because I send my Donald Duck test referral and hopefully nobody makes a patient from that. And then 90% of the time I get a reply back from the specialist saying they've got the test referral, they've got the original referral, and I don't need to contact them again, which is great. But then I've got practices, and this is a big one with Genie, is you get the bigger groups and the specialists are using Genie, so they've got a practice manager, they've got an admin team or receptionist who all are able to see that referrals are coming into the inbox. Sometimes they can see them, but they can't open them, and they send a notification to the specialist to open them. Sometimes they can see them, make the patient record, and then they print them out or give them to the specialist to triage and call the patients in. It all depends on the permissions, but I find that the bigger groups who are using software where there's people other than the specialists using it, there are people who can see the referrals, like practice managers or admin teams.
Okay, excellent, thank you. And for our last question tonight, unless anybody else would like to put any more in the chat, where can we find help or resources, etc.?
I can do that one. So if you go to best practice and you want to make a referral, so basically what I'm showing is if you go to the specialists and referrals page, And there's any problems, our phone number and our fax and everything is there. So I'll just quickly show you that, show you where to find that. So I'm going to go to View, Healthlink Forms, New Form. And I'm going to click on that. If you go to the bottom, that's our number, our phone number, and that is our SR support email. So that comes through to 90% of the time I get those, but there are quite a few of us who monitor that, and any issues with using the software. But also we use that email address for if you realize that we've got the wrong address for one of your specialists, or the wrong contact details, or you're no longer at a group, you know, somebody's left, something's changed, use that email as well. So we get a lot of things through that email. But that's a lot for a lot of problems as well. And if there's a problem with your HealthLink, contact HealthLink, but you can contact me as well.
Thank you, Nicole. And I don't have any more questions.
Okay, no, that's all good. No, that's fine, don't worry. I was just going to show you. So if you opened a referral that had been sent, again, at the bottom, there's SR support and the same phone number over there. And so you can, any referrals that have been sent, so say you're sending referrals, fine, and then you had a problem, you can literally go find one of your old referrals and find the phone number over there or the email address.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Excellent. No, that's brilliant. Well, it's 7:22, so we're only 8 minutes ahead. So I think we've done excellently. So I just want to thank you so much, Nicole. That was excellent, and it's so good doing hands-on, so you can actually see you working around it. It's really good. So I hope all the attendees got a lot out of it, and the session was recorded. So I will be sending out a recording of the session. Also some slides, and there's a resource there as well, which will be included. It'll be emailed out to you in the next couple of days. So thank you again, Nicole, and thank you for all our attendees that have come on. And I'm going to give you a 7-minute early mark. So you can go and eat your dinner, have a glass of wine, enjoy your evening. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.